and Angela Yee making the big announcement earlier today.
Tomorrow is Revolt's last day.
Yes, it's our last day on Revolt.
Forever.
Period. Not just for the holidays.
Forever.
But forever.
Yeah. So shout
But I
to
will be
Revolt.
at the Revolt Music Conference today. Revolt Summit.
Yeah, shout to every member of the Revolt team that has ever worked up here. We appreciate you guys. Shout to Steve. Shout to there's so
Anthony.
many people. I said Anthony.
Sharice.
There's so many of them.
But Anthony's the only person left.
Ty. Yeah, shout to everybody that worked at Revolt. Yeah, it is our last day tomorrow on Revolt. So shout to you guys. All right. People's Choice mixes up next. It's the Breakfast Club.
All right, let's break this thing down layer by layer. Let me break down what I think is going on with the Breakfast Club announcing today that they will no longer be on Revolt. First, let's start with back in March 2021. Revolt actually announced that they will be hiring Tatavio Samuels. You see him right there. He is, definitely a black man. And he has several things that he wants to do to kind of change the course of Revolt TV. Now, if you guys can remember, Diddy was under fire because the previous CEO of Revolt TV was Roma Khanna, who was of, East Indian or Arabic descent. And she had a couple issues with some employees, and people called her out, mainly the black women, in or around Revolt called her out for her behavior. So since that incident, she has resigned and he has stepped in as the new CEO of Revolt TV. Now, he goes on to say, right, in addition to the robust schedule of entertainment programming, as CEO, Samuel says that he wants to bolster content addressing important topics in the black community, such as social economic discrimination, intersectional feminism, and wellness. Now, we know back in April they launched the Revolt Black News. They started that. They were supposed to have State of the Culture. I'm not sure what happened to that. Then they have Drink Champ. So I tried to put two and two together, and we had to look at what Revolt is. Now, Revolt, you got to remember that they just recently struck up a deal that now with Comcast, Spectacor, and other different cable, giants across the United States, that they would actually be now in 60 million homes on television, not only YouTube, not only, the podcast thing, or you can listen to the audio. They would actually be on people's cable television. Though it is diminishing, there are still people that actually have cable television, believe it or not. So I looked, and the first thing I thought, I'm like, well, hold on. Well, maybe it's a Comcast versus iHeart thing. But then I researched even deeper, and I see that Comcast and iHeart actually joined up for some business venture. So I'm like, man, I just kept eliminating different things and just reading and going deeper and deeper. And I just came to, okay, well, maybe they're just moving on to something bigger and better. And then it kind of hit me, and I'm like, whoa, maybe it's the fact that the Breakfast Club is really about to end after all this time. Maybe, you see Charlamagne with his show that he has on Comedy Central, DJ Envy doing real estate, Angela Yee still kind of doing her thing, with the juice bars and the many different businesses that she has. Maybe it's not feasible for them, or it doesn't make any more, sense for them. Of course not